It's time to actually cut our first project here on part 6 of the Shapeoko adventure. We just need to get the bit inserted. This is the 46202 1/4" spectra coated downcut bit, and then get it tightened down. We'll plug the machine into the computer and then get the machine turned on. We can start off by homing the machine or initializing it. It'll bring it to the back right corner, and then we can jog it into position. Like I said before, we're doing this as a center cut because it's a little bit easier since there's no left or right fence to reference off of. Switch to a smaller jog increment so that you can get more precise control. For the Z height, use a piece of paper, and then once it stops under the bit, you know that that's the correct Z0 position. Then we can go ahead and zero everything out in the software, and then we can run the program. We get everything loaded up, and then you can just hit start. Turn on the spindle and click continue, and you're actually ready to start cutting. This bit will go down and start creating the design that we created earlier. This is the 1/4" downcut bit. The downcut leaves a perfectly clean top surface, and this is one of the bits that's included in the AMS-119 set that we're starting off here with on the Shapeoko. It'll create several different tool paths and run around the machine creating that. You can see as we're going along here there's a slight tramming issue with the machine, and that's what's actually creating those lines in there. We'll show you how to fix that in a later step, but it's worth noting. So it'll create all of those design, and then we'll run around the outside creating the profile cut. This is where it's going to cut through the material. It does a really nice job with this. However, the tape is definitely causing an issue. You can see right there it starts to gum up the bit, and there's quite a bit of gunk on there. We can certainly get that off with a bit of simple green, but it's definitely not a solution that I want to use for clamping when doing profile cuts. We can use a paint scraper to get that pulled up, but as you can see there's quite a bit of that gunk in there. So we will be coming up with a different clamping solution in the future, just to show you a different way of doing it. The tape works great and it certainly serves a purpose, but it isn't something that I want to use for the profile cuts. So the tape peels off pretty easily, and then this tells something else about it. So it cut through all the way on part of it, but not on the other. That essentially means that the wasteboard is not flat. So we will be flattening the wasteboard, actually be creating a whole new wasteboard system that will help solve the clamping issue as well. To get that gunk off from the tape, I'll just use a Gator sanding sponge, go around the outside, and that'll clean that up really nicely. So this piece is now officially finished. One thing I always do on finished pieces is write on the back of it what it was and just the date. That way you can go back and look at it later. It's always pretty cool to see. So like I said, you can see here that the wasteboard isn't perfectly flat, and we will be solving that later on, and that will be a future video. We'll also be looking at the tramming issue and showing how that can be fixed. So those will be in upcoming videos, but for now we have our first project officially done, and that's always a great thing. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.